Hi, this video is going to show you how to set up an essay or anything in MLA style that you would do in this class using Microsoft Office. So if you're using a default version of Office, there are going to be some settings you need to change. However, you can change these and save these if it's on your own computer by setting them as the new default. So the first thing I do is I change my font. So it should be Aptos 11 as the default. That's going to be too small. So you can keep using Aptos. I prefer Calibri, and I'm going to change this to 12 point. Now I can actually come in here and set as default, and that means that anything based on the normal template, if I click this, will now automatically open up as Calibri 12. The next thing I want to do is I want to come up to line spacing. You'll notice that one of these says remove. Both of these need to say add. So we're going to take off this extra spacing by clicking remove. So now both say add. I also want to make sure that for this document, everything needs to be double spaced. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 2 for double space. So that should have me set up in terms of my line spacing and my font size and all that. Now I just have to put in the information. So when I open up my paper, unless you're using the web version or something like that, you should see this margin that's an inch wide on all sides. So you're going to start your paper right here with this, where this margin is, and you're going to put your name. You're going to hit enter, and then you're going to put your professor's name. And again, make sure you're doing it as the professor has asked you to do so. So I like Professor Kelly McBride. You're next going to put your course information. That's going to be the prefix, the course number, and the course section. So for us, it's going to be ENG in capital letters followed by a space. And then it's going to be either 1113 or 1213 or 2433, whatever class you're in, with a period and then the section number of the class. An easy way to find this is to go to your, well, let me get in here. Go to your class and you'll see up here this ENG 121303. That's what you're looking for. Ignore the name here, the title. You're just going for this little bit right here. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. And then the last thing for the heading, this is called the first page heading. You're going to put the date that your assignment is due. And in MLA, we always do day, then month, and then year. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to hit center. And this is where I would put the title of my document. Whatever it is that I'm using would go there. I'm going to hit enter again, and then I'm going to go back to left justify, and this is where I'm going to start then my essay or whatever the assignment is. One other thing we have to do here on this first page is I have to add the page number. So I'm going to go up here in this 1-inch blank space. I'm going to double click, and that's going to give my header bar. Now, this is if you're using the downloaded version of Word that you download onto your computer, which I highly recommend. I do not recommend the web version because it is very difficult to use. If you're not sure how to do this because it doesn't really work the same, you can come up to help, click help, and then say, when it loads up, type in page numbers, right? And it will show you how to do page numbers for whatever version that you've got, whether that's the Mac version or the PC version. I'm not sure why it is taking so long to, okay, so I'm going to put page number, right? And so here it's going to show me how to do that. So again, always use your help file if you can't figure it out, but I'm just going to do this. It's going to change that. I'm going to hit top of page, plain number 3, and then I'm going to put my last name followed by a space, or you will put your last name followed by a space. Now, if all I did was hit the number 1 as opposed to insert the page number, it would just repeat number 1 on all my pages. So you have to use that insert page number. I'm now going to double click back here, and then I can start typing whatever it is I'm going to type. So in MLA style, unless you're doing something that has a different formatting, you're always going to hit tab and indent the first line of your paragraphs. And then when you need to start a new paragraph, you're just going to hit enter once. You're not going to hit any extra space. By indenting, that tells us we've got a new paragraph, so you don't have any extra paragraphs between or there's spacing between your paragraphs. Last thing I want to show you is how to do the works cited page. So I am going to center and type works cited, hit enter, and I'm going to go back to left. Now here I have to change my line space or my indenting. If I go up here to line space options, you'll see that there's no special indenting happening here. I want to change this to hanging indent because that's what MLA uses for indenting. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple if you know where those things are. If you're using a different version of Word, or if you're using a different program whatsoever, then things may look different. If you are using different program, make sure that you are saving this as this Word document, the docx. So good luck, and always ask me a question if you have a problem.